Up, guys? It's podcast time, and I have an interesting one. Think of it as a eulogy to a dear friend that we lost, Downby, the character.
That's all you're like those fucking Taz players. You'd
Yeah,
only do one fucking thing.
I think we,
Fucking spamming
I
bastard.
think we should explain to the four people that understand what happened. So a few weeks ago, multiverses shut down. And this got me to thinking to myself of all the things that happened. A ton of drama came out. I mean, it's the internet. Of course, drama came out.
Mhm.
If there's a marketable thumbnail of Bugs Bunny looking depressed, then of course people are going to drama milk the shit.
He
Yeah, I
was
think
depressed when he was in that Albanian prison. That Daffy fucking needed to get him out.
yeah, me and Chaz watched it. Me and Chaz watched that episode of the Looney Tunes show.
I don't I saw that episode too. I don't know I don't remember how he got in a fucking Albanian prison, but apparently he did.
It is
Shut the fuck up.
it is long and convoluted, kind of like One Piece, but at least it ended.
No, it didn't. Not yet.
I'm talking about the Looney Tunes show. That shit ended.
I'm almost out of iceberg vodka, Chaz.
Congratulations, Dylan. You avenged the Titanic.
I hate you.
Even I'm depressed. Okay, so I want to talk about multiverses, all the shit it did right and wrong, and how it ended up being the internet's laughing stock, and why I find its
You say
death.
that, but it's not Concord, so it can't be a laughing stock.
I want to compare it a lot. I want to compare it a lot to Concord because
No, no, no. It had survivors, like the 5 people who liked it. I feel like that's being generous.
yeah. So the thing about multiverses death is that that game people really underestimate the impact that shit had. Nowadays, when people talk about
It would
I
have been like
think,
$20 in American, I think.
yeah, I think they offered refunds. It's better than what Multiverses did, but again, I'll get to that in a bit. So, I I studied Multiverses. I thought that game was peak when the beta came out. That's what a lot of people believed at the time. And again, when that game came out, people really underestimated how good the reputation was. Tony was worshipped as a god, for Christ's sakes. The new Sakurai. Now he now he's basically the Lex Luthor of indie gaming.
No, the god of gaming is Hideki Miyazaki.
What did he create? Star Wars.
Dark Souls.
I could have gone with anything else, but I chose Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. Star Souls. That still sounds retarded, but it sounds better than the Dark Wars.
Dark Souls sounds like a weird album cover.
Kind of does.
Multiverses is one of those games where people continuously say, "Oh, the beta was good, but there were a ton of flaws that magically showed up afterwards." And like, yeah, that's true for some things, but that game, people had no problems with it. I still remember the video essays, how they praised the character designs, the move sets, everything. But now that the game's dead, those things that were critically acclaimed, now they're just cannon fodder. Things that are meant to get shot up behind a barn.
Oddly specific.
Like, it's kind of sad, a little bit gratuitous. There were some real flaws. I never played the game when it came out, by the way. I looked it up online. My ex, and no, throughout its entire life when that thing was re-released. There we go. Hey, hey, hey! I am very fair. I cannot say for a fact if this game was bad or not. I only know from the beta. Besides, my Xbox was destroyed. If I go into my brother's room, it basically looks like a murder victim. No, I don't know what happened to it. It just spawned there one day. Okay, this is. I was deep into my study, so I didn't really care. So, the big criticisms that I could see from tournaments before that happened is that they changed way too much from the beta. And apparently, this was done by Warner Brothers because they thought the game was too fast, casuals wouldn't pick it up. But Smash Bros. Exists.
Excuse me.
Kaz, you are a Smash Bros. Player. You should know by now. You should know a lot of this shit. Yeah. It also.
I played Melee on the GameCube.
I do believe it. Gorillas are quick. Gorillas. Oh, for God's sakes, you asshole. You beat all of us up in Smash.
Oh god damn it! Now I'm just having a flashback to that hour-long argument this moron had with all of us in Halo the freaking collection. Yeah, you were just talking about fighting games in general. If well, meanwhile, me, Justin, Midnight, and Ethan was still fucking playing Halo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was there.
We'll ask him later. So, when multiverses slowed down, it made the game more sluggish. And even though I didn't play the game, yeah, something looked off. I mean, I probably would have enjoyed. I probably wouldn't have minded because I would have picked up Jason Voorhees. But that was another issue. I couldn't pick up Jason Voorhees. The game, um, it was paywalled to hell. No, we're
Yeah.
talking about sluggish. Like, if you compare the gameplay in the beta compared to like uh, when it fully released, don't do that, Dylan. Lean back a bit.
Okay, fine.
I thought he was gonna disappear into the back rooms.
Oh wait,
It's
hold
like
on.
the
Let me do something real quick.
it's like the Too Bad video. Oh Jesus, no. He looks so horrifying in the dark.
Hold on. I gotta reposition myself.
Yeah, make a good one. I get that. I get that reference.
Okay, let me turn my fucking light back on.
Imagine hearing that in the dark. Yeah, you are.
By the way, if I heard in the middle of the night, I'm just gonna accept my fate.
Or accept that I came in there for a visit.
Why are you
So,
coming in my room?
so,
I already come in
so,
my own room.
so back to the Unity. The biggest problem were the paywalls. So,
Yeah.
from what I heard, there was just too much microtransactions. In order to get the characters, they were not available for free. You had to play a mode in which you had to grind for them for 70 hours for one character, by the way. That's 70 hours of work in order for you to play down B. And then the characters that you bought
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
yeah,
So wait, does is there no base roster where you just have characters for free? You have to grind for them all?
not them all. There were certain characters that were available
Okay.
at launch, but they were swapped out. It's like what Paladins did for a
Oh,
bit
so
with
it's like
Instant
a weekly
Cast.
rotation.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Fucking Smite does that too. They lock characters behind a paywall, but I have every single character in Smite because I spent $20 like when I first played the game, like
Hmm.
maybe 5 years ago, on a pass that gives me all the characters for free, and every character that comes out, I get for free because I spent $20. If I were to buy each of them individually, that's way more than $20. That is
Well,
a good fucking deal.
Dylan, it wasn't good enough to save the game, considering Paladins, Rogue Company,
I'm
and
talking about
Smite
Smite.
are all gone.
What are you talking about? Smite's getting a sequel.
Of
Yeah.
course you wouldn't.
I,
And
you know how much money I spent on Genshin Impact? Hell, I spent money to get Evelyn and Zenless Zone Zero, but it wasn't much. It was like,
and Smite 2 is the only game in high res that's actually surviving. They're putting all their resources into Smite 2.
well, Smite
So,
is their best game. It's the most popular
yeah.
game.
Enough. Well, obviously it's dead now. They canceled all their big money makers like Paladins. Of course that shit is dead. Let me look it up.
Bro called
Tribes
Paladins a moneymaker. Like the
Tribes
what?
of
200 people that played
Ascend.
it?
Ascend, correct?
I wonder how Avowed is doing. I heard it was mid. And that's just fine. But when I saw the fucking teaser trailer for it, it looked like you were about to fight a fucking demon in the depths of a dungeon.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, that game bombed spectacularly and is now dead. It, yeah. And that's what happens with bad financial decisions. It fucks over the game. Don't get the fuck out the webcam.
I'm trying to see what color my eyes are. Try to see what color my eyes are.
It's like a weird. He's weird, like a weird species of monkey.
Yes, please.
We're gonna jump scare him. The microtransactions ended up screwing over the game. Like you couldn't get any of these big characters up front. You had to like pay a shit ton of money for them, and the characters that you bought in the beta, if you spent money on them, they didn't carry over to the main game. So you paid so you paid for nothing. And I want to talk about the characters first because
Wait, you had
that's
to pay for characters in a fucking beta? Oh, you greedy bastards. I'm
yeah.
glad you crashed and burned.
Hey, I like the game in the beta. I again didn't play the full version because my Xbox went, and that was an accurate depiction of the sound it made. And that's all that mattered for Fire Giant. You were the Blitzwolfers.
That name is that name is fucking terrible.
That sounds like a German assault group.
Kind of does, yeah. Yeah.
So the
That
fact that
sounds like the name of the people who freaking led Blitzkrieg. Blitzenwolfe.
that sounds so German.
Yeah, it does. Befitting for Blitzkrieg.
So the roster has also gotten some criticism. I kind of agree and kind of don't agree because we have hindsight to know that now
There's
that
a
we're
used
not getting
band-aid stuck to my mug.
that's cute. Now that we know that we're not getting new characters, we now have ample opportunity to bitch about the ones that we did get. And oh boy, do I have some opinions. I'll start with the new roster first. Joker was a good choice. So is Jason Voorhees. In fact, I think he was the only reason why people got into the official game because he looked like Kingpin.
Yeah, he was fucking big. Which makes sense. It's Jason Voorhees.
And then there's fucking Banana Guard. Ugh.
Not literally any other character from Finn and
He
Jake.
was the thing is that he was. Wait, what?
Whatever that is.
Wait, what the hell did you just say?
I'm almost out of vodka.
Oh,
I don't
Dylan.
have much vodka left. This is sad.
Banana Guard was also just an item in the beta, so they took an item and made it an official fighter. So I'm just left wondering, what the hell were they doing with all this time developing the game?
Um, sucking dicks.
They must have. Warner Brothers is not going to lose shit from shit. Um, in Agent Smith from The Matrix. And on paper, again, sounds like an interesting choice, but those resources could have gone to Neo, who was way more popular, and you wouldn't have to worry about two Matrix characters. Like, we didn't need two.
We don't have to. There was just Smith.
Well, Neo was in the game files. Oh, fuck you.
No, it was just Agent Smith.
But obviously, Neo was planned to be in the game because it's Neo with Keanu Reeves. Of course, they were going to get Keanu to voice him.
They should have just fucking got John Wick.
And John Wick was.
Shut up.
I'm glad you didn't say from Fortnite. I would have jumped through the computer and punched you. You would have like Wolverine when he abducts tanks.
Not what I thought
What
you were
you-
gonna say. I thought you were gonna say when he abducts children.
Yeah, Wolverine, famous Diddy supporter. I didn't have I didn't have anything else. And like you could make the excuse that Smith was to be used for the villain season that came out, but they
Yeah.
had Beetlejuice in the game files and the Wicked Witch, who was complete.
Yeah,
So
but Beetlejuice is a villain.
yeah, they could have used him for the for season.
Have you not seen Beetlejuice? What am I saying? No, you haven't.
Yeah, what the hell are you saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, no,
he does
he
some.
is the villain of the
Yeah,
movie.
he does some pretty gnarly shit.
He also
That
kicks over and she goes, "Nice fucking model!" Then he honks his crotch.
yeah, so Beetlejuice could have been introduced earlier.
Good movie too. That's a good classic.
Yeah, he could have been introduced earlier in a villain season, and so could the Wicked Witch, but they just went for a nobody like Agent Smith. To all four people that thinks that he's a good villain,
Bro says
you're
that
not
nobody
wrong.
like Agent Smith, not like he's the main villain in a fucking trilogy.
Yeah, he's
That's the
not bad,
Matrix.
but he's not memorable either. He's like he doesn't carry a gaming spot. His moveset could have just gone to Neo. He uses guns like Neo. He glitches around like Neo. He he's played by a celebrity like Neo. So
Wow.
No.
Hugo Weavings, he plays Red Skull. He plays Red Skull in the MCU. And yeah,
Yeah.
that guy. That
No, not the
that movie.
Nazi, the Hydra thing, because
They're part of the Nazi group,
they're
Dylan.
too
Okay.
chicken shit to say Nazi.
Season two. Season.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. Remember, Chaz, last week we saw
Oh
that
no, I know where you're
that
going.
Looney Tunes funny moments compilation. We saw, I think it was Daffy Duck pull out a mallet and fucking bash Adolf Hitler's skull in with it.
Yeah, those were the times.
And I remember seeing another one where fucking Daffy Duck had a Hitler mask, like just a full-on Hitler mask. And I
You
also
see,
remember in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Donald Duck called Daffy Duck the N-word. Hard R. Literally called him a goddamn stubborn. Well, no, but when you call somebody a goddamn stubborn and then you say the N-word, we've been
Walt Disney
canceled.
himself comes down to kill us.
I mean, getting canceled would get us some publicity at least.
Okay, so back to multiverses.
I've said worse.
So season 2 improved a little bit by introducing characters we actually wanted to see. Samurai Jack got in again.
Joseph Stalin, Napoleon, Shaka
Exactly.
Zulu.
Who?
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's historical figures.
That sounds fucking amazing.
I would feel bad for the guy that made Donald Trump. Like he
Ah,
would be
yes, the historical figure.
like he is. He's the president.
You're not. Not Chaz, you should do that. I will help you. Like, I will help you with that game. Like, I will write the fucking dialogue and the story to that game.
You make
his
him
his
you
freaking
make him
ultimate.
a
His ultimate. He sets up a point. He was like, "I will build a great wall to keep out China." It like raises his defense. He'll be a tank. He'll be a fucking tank.
Well, to be fair, they had classes in multiverses, the dead one. So,
Oh my
can I
god.
continue with the history lesson?
Jazz, I want to
So,
hear more about this fighting game. That sounds amazing.
else,
By the way, have you been drinking? I want to point out, Justin. Oh, so one more small side tangent. Justin told me that
another
he
one.
read a study that people get drunk off of 3 shots. I'm on. This is like shot. This is like shot number 6 or 7. I'm not even buzzed. So those people are fucking lightweights. Well, I'm feeling. Well, I'm
Dylan
feeling
is
something, but that
secretly
doesn't mean I'm
feeling
buzzed.
something. Dylan is secretly feeling something, but he doesn't like it. Therefore, he'll ignore it.
See, I have a feeling. It's a weird feeling, but I'm going to dismiss it as just a random feeling.
Okay, back to the top.
Shut up! I'm leaving.
Okay. So again, season 2, they fixed everything with like Samurai Jack, who people really wanted, and Beetlejuice.
Excuse me.
Beetlejuice was not added to promote the movie. Black Adam, on the other hand, with his Oscar-nominated superhero film that
Shazam.
won so many awards, the same awards as Morbius.
Y'all
They
remember?
got
Y'all
box
remember when
office.
Injustice 2? Y'all remember when in Injustice 2, every fucking time Black Adam threw out a attack Shazam, but they fucking got rid of that? I miss
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Beetle. So
I
Beetlejuice was
remember in Injustice 2, I got fucked up by Justin while I was a full gear Flash. He was a no gear Blue Beetle, but at least I actually put up more of a fight than Jonathan.
So Beetlejuice. Yeah, he could have been used to promote the film, but he was highly requested. He was a new and unique character, and it's Beetlejuice. Everyone knows who he is. He has his own TV show and Broadway musical.
He's the ghost with the mouse.
Yeah, and may or may not be on the sex offender registry.
No, he definitely is.
Yeah,
No, he
100%.
absolutely is.
He
No,
is the
no.
registry.
Yeah, no, Chess. John's not joking about that.
He is the shuffle.
The whole plot of Beetlejuice is that he wants to,
Very
like,
minor.
yeah, he wants to marry a minor, but also he could be free from his imprisonment. But to do that, he has to marry somebody, and his first person he chooses is a minor because they.
Minors.
Minors.
That killed Kaz. Okay, continuing with season 3. It introduced the Powerpuff Girls. They looked very unique. They had their own little gimmick, but they also came equipped with a legendary DC character, not the Flash, not Green Lantern, more popular than them, Nuba.
Nuba, yay. Nuba,
I
Nuba,
I
yay.
was just-
Razor blade.
Fucking Aquaman.
So yeah, no one was hyped for Nubia. She is just Black Wonder Woman, who was created with black clay. Marginally racist, maybe. So there was no reason for her to be added in. There's a theory.
I didn't even
going
know
on
that was a character. I mean, at least with a lot of Marvel and DC characters, I'm aware of their existence and no more. I've never heard Nubia. I'm never gonna think of her name and not think of the fat dude in the chair. Numa.
And you shouldn't. Because, again, I didn't know who this character was.
Then not even John knew. Yeah, who the fuck is she?
Again, he's Wonder Woman's black sister who was never hinted at prior. And, like, we could have gotten Static Shock, Darkseid, Lex Luthor, The Flash. But no, we got her. I wouldn't even be pissed off if they had Kyle Rayner. I would have been hyped. I would have been a Kyle Rayner main.
Oh, that I don't doubt.
I would have been
Nobody
so
doubts
hyped
that.
for that.
I mean, I myself wouldn't care, but I'd be happy for you.
And no one knows who Kyle Rayner... Well, they're going to learn who he is. R.I.P. that budget.
And he will come to the
fuck
heavens
you.
above.
Season 4, they introduced Raven and Vampire Girl from Adventure Time, Marceline. I think... No, Marceline. Marceline.
It just makes me think that she's made of margarine.
Yeah, bro's talking about the fucking butter.
Yeah, so I choose to believe that Raven was representing the Teen Titans show that was on Cartoon
all
Network.
I remember when Raven released is that you made a random comment. It's like, oh, that's why there's so much more Raven porn now. That's it.
I'm not wrong.
That's literally all I got.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely not wrong.
I wouldn't complain about those characters being added in if the game continued to add characters like that I actually wanted. And the final two characters, the final ones ever, we didn't get Scooby-Doo, Mad Max, Gandalf, or Harry Potter. Actually, I wouldn't mind.
Mad Max would have gone so hard.
We got, and again, these are the final ones. I really want to mince that in. Lola Bunny, whose only contribution to society was having people complain that she was less sexy in the Space Jam sequel. Why were people complaining about the sexuality?
Now I'm curious. Now I need to know what she looks like in the sequel.
Don't do it, Kaz. Don't do it.
Actually,
don't do it. No, you don't have to do
No,
this.
I'm doing it in another screen here. Let me
Good
see.
boy.
Space Jam to Lola Bunny.
What's sad is that she stole the moveset of LeBron James. She's a LeBron James clone. They wasted no time adding her in.
Oh, she looks like rather normal.
And look her up for the original.
Oh,
again,
no, I'm painfully aware of what the original looks like. I am fully aware. I am initiated.
And again, we are normal people. We are not going to complain about the sexuality of a rabbit. What do I look like to you?
Why not?
Why?
I'm not hopping for joy for some rabbit ass. Yeah, I chose my words very specifically.
Okay. Whatever.
Kaz won't complain because obviously he's normal. That's her only contribution to society, by the way. Gooners complaining over rabbit ass. And I killed Kaz.
Honestly, God, John, you should write freaking like article headlines. Like,
People would get so fake offended.
You'd be so good at that.
People would get fake offended. Why would I risk my SIN number being leaked by a bunch of gooners?
But imagine the headline, though. The gooners are trying to find me.
What?
That's the most critical video.
That'd be awesome.
You know what's sad? They used her original design in multiverses as well. So she was clearly added in for a different reason. That was just for Tony. He wanted that in for himself. And the final ever character introduced.
The coolest.
The Yamcha of DC. No. I'm gonna go even harder. the Krillin of DC because
Krillin is stronger than Yamcha.
Yeah, we know, but the outside public doesn't know. When people were making memes about him, Omni-Man, and Homelander in a single room, they were all betting that Krillin was going to get fucked to high heaven.
Yeah, Krillin would fuck them both and barely break a sweat.
Destructo
Anyway, Aquaman, well known for being the lamest character ever.
But you can call him handsome guy.
Fuck you.
By the way, I swear to God, if any of you think that Krillin could be Homelander or Omni-Man, you guys are... Listen, like... I get it, he's the punching bag and the laughingstock in Dragon Ball, but he can also blow up a solar system, so yes, he will fuck up Omni-Man and Homelander.
Yeah, because Omni-Man can't even destroy a planet by himself.
No, Krillin can!
No, if you use Death Battle's logic with that infamous Sun Disk feat, that is basically a meme at this point.
I don't remember anything about that, but continue.
That calc was just so funny. So, Aquaman was the final character added in. What's sad is that he was the final tank as well. We only ever got 5 tanks.
Aquaman is a fucking tank? That just doesn't...
Yeah.
Wait, what? I would not assume Aquaman to be a tank.
This game made a lot of bad decisions. So again, my point is that most of these characters just felt so random. And the game continued and kept adding characters like Ben 10, Mad Max. Like, guys, you would have cried out Mad Max.
Absolutely, that goes so hard. Witness me.
Scrotus!
But that does beg the question: who would they use Furiosa, or would they use like which Furiosa would be the most iconic current Mad Max character, because you could use the main male character from the previous one, I guess. But then,
well, the thing is that her movie bombed at the box office, and knowing Warner Brothers and nostalgia, obviously they're gonna go with Mad Max. He's the star of them. He's the title character.
wait,
And
Mad Max is a character?
Yeah, he's a real character. Mad Max
Is that the name? Is that the name of the first guy?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I didn't.
The fact.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought that was just the name of the movie.
Yeah, they just randomly call the movie Mad Max. Oh. Oh, Cash. Oh,
I didn't know that. Okay, in all fairness, I watched
Yeah,
the
you did
first
watch
Mad
that.
Max drunk, and I spent the whole time watching the movie calling them nakeds from Rust. So,
That makes sense. And here's the thing. There were characters leaked in the game file that were complete and done. And I had my guess on a few characters that were going to be added. Ruby Rose was finished. Kaz and I are Ruby fans.
Yeah.
Openly Ruby fans. I don't know your opinion on the series, Dylan. I
I
know
like
that
it,
you know
but I
it.
know Chaz has more porn.
it's true.
Wait, what? Yeah, the dungeon, the bodies.
But the funny thing with Ruby porn is that I've actually seen a majority of it.
Yeah, and I have literally witnessed you and Justin voice acting something with Ruby and Cinder.
Listen, that meme was a spicy meatball.
Spicy meatball, yeah. You voice acting. By the way, I love how you say that a certain genre of hentai is cringe, yet you have one of that and you acted it while drunk.
Look,
was
he was
funny.
drunk, so he
I wasn't
obviously
even
did-
drunk at the first time.
Oh,
I
No,
was
but when
sober.
I was witnessing you
Yeah,
and Justin,
yeah.
You were drunk, you still have that.
So Ruby was added in the game files. She was complete. So was Mordecai and Rigby. Dexter from Dexter's Lab, not the blood analyst.
Oh, dude, that'd be so freaking fun. That's all I would ever think. Back to the lab again.
Godzilla was in the game files. So was King Kong.
I would have absolutely played both of them, by the way.
Lex Luthor was in the game files, and he's an iconic villain, so obviously. I'm trying to think. They were a shit ton. Gandalf and Harry Potter, they were planned to be in the game, but because of legal rights bullshit, they weren't added in. So it's not that they were excluded from the game. Knowing Warner Brothers and some money, obviously they would have been added in, but they were excluded because of copyright.
Okay.
But they were in the game files. there was an unnamed female fighter who I think was either going to be Yang Xiaolong because popularity, or Furiosa to go along with Mad Max.
It's kind of surprising that that they have Yang and Ruby, because Ruby is big, but it's not like insano big.
I would say the opposite. There are anime conventions with Ruby. Ruby gets Blu-ray DVDs. I was in the shop and I saw a Blu-ray of season 9, the weird one where
that one.
Ruby was
Ruby was homophobic. Those memes went so hard.
What?
One of the memes is like shush, I don't care that it's just like congratulations, you're a carpet licker or something. Like Jesus.
Fucking what? Jess, what the fuck are you into?
It's the memes. The memes were amazing. I killed John.
Listen, bro, I'm not gonna judge you for whatever you're into, because I have no fucking right to judge.
No, it was actually a Salt Lad that showed me these homophobic Ruby memes, and I thought it was so freaking funny.
What, Ruby being homophobic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Daffy Duck was complete in the game files, and you would have.
Oh, he's definitely homophobic.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, probably
No,
racist.
actually, no, he isn't. He's been living with bugs for a while.
That doesn't mean he's gay. That just means he has a roommate.
You never know. You never know.
He has a girlfriend in the Looney Tunes show.
He could be bisexual.
Yep, yeah, that's fair.
Scooby-Doo was in the game files, and
The fact they didn't
there
have
were
Scooby is almost criminal. Like, they had the dignity to have the freaking Shaggy meme, which I still like that they did.
Yeah.
I still love that they did that. But the fact that they didn't have Scooby is kind of criminal.
No, Scorpion was in the game files, but apparently because the director of Pay Us First Games...
What?
Mm-hmm.
The company that owned Multiversus was called Player First Games, but now they're being deemed and called Pay Us First Games.
Pretty good name considering the monetary strategy.
Yeah, I tried to make a joke, but clearly you guys didn't get it.
No, I got the joke. It just wasn't that funny.
Scorpion was going to be in the game. I think he could have been in the 5th season, but what ended up happening is that he
God, how many seasons did it have? This game isn't old.
Okay, the beta came out. They released a few characters. Like, we didn't need Rick and Morty at the same time. They could have saved time and just have Rick. Like, who the fuck cares about Morty? I will still stand by LeBron James. He was my main.
That was quite a choice that they made by having LeBron James. I'm not saying it's a bad one.
It wasn't because he was unique. He represented a film, regardless of how good it was. and he was unique. That's all that mattered. He was a unique character. I could stand by him. And thank God he was not voiced by LeBron James.
Why?
The bodies.
Is there something I'm not getting? What are you talking about?
The voice acting was really bad.
Oh, okay. What the frick are you talking about the bodies?
We also didn't need 2 Gremlin characters. We didn't need Stripe and Gizmo. Let's have Gizmo. He's.
Yeah, I was gonna say all you need is Gizmo.
We most certainly didn't need Black Adam. Like, who the fuck cares about him? He's generic. Generic's the best.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Like, that could have been the Flash. Dylan is a Flash fan of the character. I don't know your opinions about the TV show.
First 2 seasons are good, then it's just straight up downhill from there.
And Marvin could have been a good choice, but a lot of these characters should have been held off until they got the big guns. Again, Mad Max would have gone hard.
That would have gone quite hard. You say Marvin as in Marvin the Martian?
Yeah, the guy who you can do the good and...
And I could have voiced it!
Do the voice, come on, do it.
The bodies. Oh, all the bodies.
You sounded like Yoda.
shattering kaboom.
Even the base roster just felt weird. Like, we didn't need Velma, and God forbid if multiverses continued.
Like they had Velma before Scooby?
Yes.
What are
Like,
they doing?
Like, again, could you imagine if we got a Velma skin for Velma? That would have...
And imagine losing to her. Oh.
Awesome.
I'd be so salty.
At that point, I just commit seppuku.
I'd be so salty if I didn't install. If I lost to Velma, I would have freaking killed something.
And as much as unique as the Iron Giant was, he was not balanced.
I don't care.
They clearly didn't know how to make a big character in this game.
I don't care. Yeah, they added him back in, and you know what happened? He was still broken. Good. Down B forever. Long live Down B.
Bro, it reminds me of when fucking in Dead by Daylight they released I think it was either the Legion or the Plague. They were absolutely busted, so they nerfed them to the fucking ground, and they were still broken.
That's funny.
Like, good God.
So the character selection, in hindsight, is bad. Had they continued with the game and gave us more and not give up on it like a depressed autistic kid.
So, Chaz.
What I do?
You clearly did not. If they didn't give up on it, I wouldn't be complaining about the roster. They could have the Glub Shadows in. I wouldn't have cared. If they gave us...
but what the fuck are we gonna get in the fighting game? When are the Tallywackers gonna get our proper representation?
We'll be like freaking Pokemon trainer. Like, you just swap between each one of us.
Nah, Chaz,
I'd be the midweight, Dylan would be the heavyweight.
Nah, Chaz,
the middleweight.
Put us in your historical fighting game. You'll have third-party characters. Your first third-party characters is the Tallywackers.
Ah, yes. Who could forget such historical figures like Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Jonathan.
Jonathan is 100% going to be a fucking grappler.
Do I rub my belly?
The belly gong like toe.
That'd be so good.
Like, I wouldn't complain about the unimportant characters if the big guys were sure to get in, but they weren't. Apparently, the reason why these less characters were added in first was because it was Tony's decision. He was the game manager. He was the guy that prioritized them over Harry Potter.
Okay, yeah, well, they also probably didn't want to do that with all the hate that Hogwarts got.
Relax, it was copyright. That's why. It was the copyright holder that prevented Harry to get it. And Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley was going to be in the game.
And probably the hatred didn't help either.
I was about to ask who that is because I've never heard his last name. I was about to be like, who's that? No, I know Ron. He's the other dude.
Harry Potter sometime. Good movie.
And Legolas was going to be in the game.
Not literally anybody else.
They should have had Gimli.
Diggy hole.
Let's be frank. The marketing would have been so much easier. Yeah, people like and know about Legolas, but Gimli's the meme.
Yeah, no, legit.
I will say... No,
he would have a special where he says, toss me.
I think Legolas would have been way funnier because of that infamous gravity-defying scene that everyone memed to high heaven.
Oh, he's an elf. He probably has magic.
Yeah, the roster
was that memed.
The roster was questionable, but I don't want to give Multiversus too much shit. Yeah, the monetization was bad, but I want to talk about the beta. Again, this was the most played fighting game on Steam when that baby came out. It got a shit ton of recognition. It won Game of the Year for fighting games, or it got nominated, and it pissed off a lot of people because beta. But if they kept it a beta forever and kept updating it, no one would complain. Taking it offline and promising this thing to be bigger, badder, and cooler, only for it to not be that, killed the game.
It's like the game died twice.
Like Morbius!
The game
They-
morbed.
They should have added Morbius in. That would have been poetic as hell.
Morbiverses. And
Here's the thing about Morbiverses.
I'm leaving. I will fuck up this stream, Chaz.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus. The game was not... I never noticed any of the problems that people were complaining about in the beta. It ran smoothly. The character movesets were so unique. Like, I'm sorry to be that guy, but Smash Bros, it should not be like the template. You should be allowed to improve and create something new using that formula. People saying, oh, it should just have been a Smash Bros clone. Shut the hell up.
I mean,
Like, no.
Smash Bros is the most fully realized platform fighter, though. Like,
That's because it has three...
and any successful platform fighter is also most similar to Smash. Fucking Rivals of Aether 1 was Smash, lightning fast, super aggressive. Rivals 2, Rivals of Aether 2. Yeah, they straight up. I mean, I think according to you, the game's doing well. But Rivals of Aether 2 straight up copied Smash. They brought back ledge grabs, they brought back blocking, and they brought in grabs.
But it's gonna forever be known as Smash Bros. As a Smash clone. If Multiversus continued to grow and eventually add these things that people wanted, it could have been its own thing. Like, it had unique movesets. Like, a down tilt for Bugs Bunny had him pull up a grenade. That's something unique and cool.
There was also this really cool move called Down B.
Shut up.
And there were perks and passives and classes.
And I loved abusing them.
These were things that just made the game unique, and it could have been unique. Like, yeah, catering to Smash Bros. Fans is cool, but that's all you're catering to, because Smash is the king of the crop. That's all you can cater to. Who knows about Brawlhalla? Well, we all know about Brawlhalla, but no
Apparently,
one...
Brawlhalla tournaments get, like, mad money.
Yeah, in Multiverses, they gave out mad schmuck. Yeah, they didn't pay well. And the irony about all of this is that it could have grown. Everyone uses the word missed with Multiverses.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, they're not wrong in the slightest, but I think the beta did live up to that potential. They neutered it in its full release, so if it didn't go into its full release, they just kept upgrading it forever, it would have been cool. And they would have justified it having a lot of money behind it. Like, people would justify people paying in the beta, because if they just said, hey, the beta's going on forever, I don't think people... Okay, people would complain, but it wouldn't be as bad as death.
So what do you think is the number one reason why it died?
Oh, God.
If you had to choose one.
I don't want to... I didn't play the game, okay? I have to, like, critique something I can't critique because it's banished to the Shadow Realm. I will say that the reason why it died, not necessarily its biggest problem, was the fan reception. Yeah, I know. That's the leading cause of death for anything, if the fans don't like it. But the fans turned on this game so much because of these mistakes that could have been patched over. Like, the fans made essays praising the game. They called it the best Smash clone. They said it was going to kill Smash. And once the fans started getting pissed and started leaving, that's when the bad essay video. And when I say bad, I mean like negative. That some of them, some of them were pretty good. They made a lot of sense. But that's when its reputation started to take a hit. People did not want this shit to grow. I feel like they compared it to Smash, which it's going to kill games. You can't compare shit to big shit. That's what's going to hurt Marvel Rivals in the future. If you keep saying, "Oh, this is better than Overwatch," you're comparing it to Overwatch and not its own unique thing. I'm a Wolverine main, and I want to keep playing Wolverine.
I mean, I can't deny the thing is very similar to Reinhardt.
Of course, everything is
And
going to have.
plus, I don't think it really matters that if people are going to compare it to Overwatch, if it's just better than Overwatch. Like, it is. I'm having more fun in Marvel Rivals than I have ever had fun in freaking Overwatch.
I'm talking about psychologically. Like, I'm a critic in training. Jesus, Dylan, you are out of it. I think those Drix hit you. Yeah, those Drix.
No, I'm good.
Dang, them they're Drix there.
No, I'm good. I just haven't
God.
slept for 75 hours.
Oh, he's a
God,
zombie.
God, I haven't pooped for 73 hours.
You know what?
either.
Thank you for reminding me, Jonathan.
Is that a bottle of Absolute vodka?
It's a lie.
I thought I recognized that bottle.
Of course, you guys with your alcoholics. Marvel Rivals is a good game. It has its problems. It makes the same problems as Overwatch. That they're balancing is something. Wolverine.
I think Marvel Rivals is legitimately a wholly superior version.
Yes, 100%.
It is, but with its scuffs as well. And we really can't keep comparing it to Overwatch because then people will realize, oh wait, Overwatch exists. It's basically like a constant reminder, and that's what killed multiverses. Because it was it was continuously compared to the superior game with Sora. It ended up just reminding people, oh wait, Smash exists. Yeah, this is a Smash Bros. Clone. I'm not saying that Marvel Rivals will go that route. We're getting Blade, so I think that's a good job already. We've already got the big boys. They did what Multiverses didn't and got us the big boys. Captain America, Iron Man, my main Wolverine.
My boy Hulk.
Here's
My
the
main
thing,
Iron Man.
Here's the thing, dude. and they gave us the Glub Shadows as well. Like Jeff, Magic, Luna Snow. Characters you guys don't know of until you played the game.
And Luna Snow's ult is really obnoxious.
It's incredibly busted.
It did what multiverses failed to do. It was a healthy balance, but at the same time, it had a bigger roster as well. And sooner or later, we are going to be given the scraps.
At the same time, you say we can't keep comparing it to something. Well, of course, people are going to draw comparisons. What the frick else do you compare it to?
Yeah, obviously, people are going to do that. I'm talking about the psychological effects.
I don't know. I disagree.
As stupid as that sounds,
I don't think people are going to look at Overwatch 2 in its sad, depressing state, look at Marvel Rivals and be like, dang, I could be playing Overwatch right now. They're going to be like, dang, I'm glad I'm not playing Overwatch right now.
No, they're going to be wishing they were playing Concord.
What will make
like two people.
What will make or break Marvel Rivals if it can continue that good streak. So far it is. But if it makes a mistake, the internet will never forget. Actually, that's a funny thing. Marvel Rivals did make a couple big mistakes, like planning to reset ranks after every season and drop you down a few tiers.
Every game does that.
The Marvel Rival fans were not happy, so they quickly reversed the change.
Yeah, that's actually pretty common.
It is.
I know that,
like even for fighting games, that's kind of common.
I know people weren't happy, and so they eventually reverted the decision. And I'm wondering myself, is Disney making sure that they remain good? Like, there are loot boxes in the game files, so I'm just wondering if Disney is holding a sniper rifle, getting ready to say, no, down boy. Like, I will give Disney all the shit in the world. No company that made Wreck-It Ralph 2 is going to be in my good books. But compared to the shit that Warner Brothers does, Disney is more of a saint. And if Multiverses had the control, the good balancing of Multiverses of Warner Brothers, I think it would have been better. Like, a better manager. Like, Tony clearly didn't know what he was doing. He made a lot of poor decisions, and what's sad is that I didn't know he was making these shitty decisions. I talked to the guy. Like, I told you this story. I proposed a moveset idea for Ben 10. He never got back to me because he was obviously programming Lola Buddy into the game for personal reasons.
But hey, to each his own.
Yeah, fuck off. So I say Rivals is not going to make the mistake, but I hope it just continues to learn from what Multiversus did, because it's clear that live service has its uses when done right, and Multiversus seems to be on the right path, as long as they fix up some of the balancing, move Mr. Fantastic, Wolverine, and maybe Punisher as tanks, and Storm as a support, and maybe prioritize some more villains that we actually want to not...
I think all Marvel Rivals has to do is not tarnish its own reputation.
Yeah,
because the thing is with Overwatch is that
it got fucked over because of bad PR.
Yeah, no, the Overwatch will never recover its reputation. So if Marvel Rivals just straight up doesn't frig the reputation the same way they did, I think they're gonna keep being fine.
And with Disney constantly holding them on a leash to make sure they don't do this shit, it's good. Because again, I think if those loot boxes come, Disney is going to throw them in the dumpster. What was that Family Guy meme with the thrown out babies?
Is Dylan dead?
You mean the prom night dumpster babies?
There we go. Thank you, Dylan.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah, that's all that Marvel Rivals really needs to not become Multiversus 2.0.
Granted, let's also not act like the two audiences are the same. They're really not.
No.
Yeah.
There are more people watching Overwatch porn than actually playing Overwatch.
I will say this is that the hero shooter franchise did get the genre. It got compared to a lot to Team Fortress. Overwatch took many of its ideas from Team Fortress as well.
I would even call Team Fortress a hero shooter.
I would.
It's not.
You know the characters. You know them very well. They are characters first. That's what a hero shooter is.
That's just the style of Team Fortress. Because if you look at any other actual hero shooter, Paladins, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, there's a very clear formula that Team Fortress just straight freaking ignores. Nobody has an ability. Like, their abilities and ults don't exist. They just have a weapon, and the weapon does a certain thing. Now, those weapons are unique, and there's a lot of them. But Team Fortress does not play like a hero shooter. It just straight up does not.
No, it doesn't.
And what Overwatch eventually did is that it took some elements and created their own, like abilities.
Yeah, like when Overwatch 1 released, people didn't even know what genre to call it. Like, the term hero shooter didn't even exist when Overwatch 1 released.
Yeah, it branched out, and it created that. I feel as if that's what Multiverses needed to do. Continue to be that unique, quirky little thing.
Like, it is and it isn't. Because it's taking the direct formula of Overwatch, and just also... It's basically the formula of Overwatch, but they have destructible terrains.
Oh, no, I was talking about Multiverses, not Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is... Yeah, you're right. It is and it isn't.
Because fundamentally, you have your character, they have an ability, they have like 2 abilities and an ult.
No, 4 abilities. Some of them have 4. Sometimes 5 if you activate a certain move, and I love it when games do that. Overstuff your characters with as many moves as possible.
I mean, hey, I didn't know freaking Hulk had a command grab when he ults. I did that by accident.
Yeah, there's just so many gimmicks that are just fun, and that's what Multiverses did. There were so many gimmicks. Like, I like the passives. I like how each move is its own special with a cooldown.
Dylan has become Goku.
Don't mind me. Keep going.
Goku swallowed him.
He was pretty strong. He had to fight him.
I'm back.
Like, Multiverses was...
Who's a special little guy.
the gameplay was nice and fast. I had no internet issues, and that's saying a lot from me. It was just, I don't get the criticism, the overhate that the beta got once it eventually started losing players. When the real game came out, yeah, absolutely, but beta, I would give the beta between an 8 or a 9. I think this would be safe, an 8, because it didn't improve.
Okay.
Some man received a multiversus shirt. It's worth nothing now. Yeah, I like that YouTuber. He's pretty cool.
Is it the quartering?
No. No. No!
Ah! Oh.
Yeah, so multiversus. It's a sad game. What are your thoughts on it, Kaz? I know you have down B thoughts.
Nah, I actually played it during the beta. I thought that was the full release because the game basically released, unreleased, then re-released. So I didn't even know that my portion of the game that I played was the beta, because I straight up had none of those monetization issues. I had down B, and when I did that, I was cooking. And me and Justin had a pretty fun time.
That's because you bought him in the beta. In the beta, you could just buy characters. They were not cheap or whatever. In the full release game, you had to grind for them.
Yeah, like, I know for a fact I did not spend 70 hours. I don't even think I have 70 hours in the game.
No. Not in, like, did you play the full game when it released?
When it re-released? No. Never touched it.
No, in the beta, you could just buy characters.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just what I did.
In the re-release, you couldn't. You were not given Down B. Down B was locked behind a paywall.
I would have been annoyed had I known that at the time. Like, had I actually rejoined the game when it re-released, yeah, I'd be freaking aggravated. I'd be like, what the hell? Where's my Down B?
You would have had a mini reaction when I couldn't play Greninja and Scarlet and Violet, and how I had to grind for him.
Except in Scarlet and Violet, you can't even pay.
Yes, Scarlet and Violet is a disappointment. That was the biggest disappointment since my Sean.
But the thing is with Multiverse is that I did like it. It was a little friggy. Like, because I'm a Smash elitist. Like, I was mildly annoyed that there was no blocking. But,
They did add blocking in the game.
Wait, they did?
But again,
they did?
Yeah, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but they didn't need blocking because it was unique to just be able to dash around. The game should have been marketed as its own unique thing, but it couldn't, because the only people that would be interested are people that played the big successful thing with the 5 sequels and trillions of characters. It's not like Smash Bros. Did a good job with its roster either. Who the hell cares about Dr. Mario?
Frick that, I'm thinking of like the 20,000 Fire Emblem characters.
Actually, I could send you a Stray Fearless video where he defends the number of characters that were added in.
Like, there's actually almost more Fire Emblem characters than Mario characters.
I think... surely there isn't. Like, Mario deserves that many characters. That's how big it is.
No, but there's almost more Fire Emblem characters than Mario characters.
The fact that they all have down Bs is lazy.
What do you mean? Like most of them are counters?
Yeah. No, most of them have down Bs. No shit.
I was gonna say, every character's like, dang, who's calling DK a Fire Emblem character?
A huge tree trunk that swings like a
just
sword.
smacks you.
It'd be like Ike, but way bigger and far more cancerous.
So, I fight for my friends.
I fight for coconut cream.
Bye.
Oh, that's one of the most cursed things I've ever seen.
Or Wario's fart, but he just craps out a sword. That'd be so stupid.
Yeah. Smash had its issues with its roster as well. It didn't listen to its fans half of the time. Like, no one was begging for Terry Bogard. Terry Bogard in Smash is the only reason why his death battle against Ken got popular.
Yeah, basically nobody almost nobody plays freaking, what's it called?
Terry?
Fatal Fury. I think that's
yeah.
where he comes from. But there's a King of Fighters. Like, unless you're from South America, nobody cares about King of Fighters.
Yeah,
like,
no one was requesting Hero from Dragon Quest.
I played Hero when he released, and I thought he was fun.
I played him a lot. He was my main.
He was fun. Like, everybody was hating on him, and I'm like, yeah, there's some BS, but it's still fun.
No one requested him. People were requesting the big boys, and we rarely got the big boys. We didn't get Master Chief, Crash Bandicoot, Ryu Hayabusa, even though they all got new games that could have marketed them if they wanted money.
Ryu Hayabusa, freaking Ninja Gaiden didn't get a new game until, like, it got announced this year, so...
It was in development, and I have a feeling that Sakurai would have known about the development, considering he worked with the people that made the game.
Probably not, because their work had nothing to do with each other.
No, like, they developed another Nintendo game. It was Hyrule Warriors.
Okay. That doesn't mean anything.
It was Hyrule something.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors, yeah, you're right, but that doesn't mean anything. Hyrule Warriors was made like 2014. It's like a decade of difference.
Yeah, but Sakurai would have had connections with them. That's how he was able to get Sora in Smash. He was able to negotiate with Disney and Square Enix. Yeah, that's what they're called.
Mostly Square Enix. In fact, I don't know how much of a decision Disney even had because there's no other characters. Like, they're Goofy and everybody else isn't there.
But they also do own the rights to Kingdom Hearts. We only got, like, a few of the big boys. We mainly got a bunch of Glub Shadows that people didn't request. Except for Steve. Steve broke Twitter when he was announced. And I do mean that literally. He shut down Twitter.
I'm pretty sure everybody hates Steve now.
Yeah, they do.
Which is pretty funny.
Yeah. The whole point of my tangent is that despite Smash being as big as it is, it too made some of the mistakes that Multiversus did. But we have hindsight to know that Smash is the king of the crop because it sold a cajillion copies. It also had a massive roster thanks to including everyone's favorite character, Pichu.
I thought you were going to say everyone's favorite character, Piranha Plant.
Thought he was going to say Aquaman.
Oh, imagine the crossover. People wanted Shrek and Goku in Smash.
Odd combination?
I can't wait to play my favorite character, Shrek from Smash.
He'd be so cancerous, he'd be a heavier version of Wario.
Oh my god, yeah, he would. He'd be like Wario, but he's like the size of Bowser.
The memes would go hard.
The memes would go hard.
Yeah. The Multiversus died, so it couldn't live up to that potential. It didn't have a No Man's Sky redemption arc.
No, they freaking dipped out of that game.
Yeah. And apparently the reason why it was shut down is because I've heard conflicting reports. Tony, apparently, the game developer, he was the guy that wanted to shut it down, but apparently Warner Brothers didn't want to shut down the game. Yeah, believe it or not, a big company wanted to save a dying game, and they only wanted Tony out. So now there's this new conspiracies that they might revive Multiversus again with a new developer.
Do it again.
We'll
call it Multiversus 3 for real.
It's just some stupid theory. I doubt it'll happen. That shit's
If
gone.
that actually happens, that would be so freaking funny.
I would cry with laughter. But it's not happening. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid. We know what company this is. So yeah, as unfortunate as it is, multiversus is gone. Had some good times. Hopefully other games don't make the same mistake. The very no mistakes multiversus did. And ultimately, God, I would have played the shit out of Ruby Rose and Mad Max and Charlie from Smiling Friends. No.
I immediately thought Charlie as in Moist Critical.
Any Smiling Friends character has to be Mr. Frog. This is my show.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Frog.
Yeah, me and Kaz were talking about Mr. Frog being added in as a tank.
A tank? Nah, bro's a Russian. Did you see how fast he appeared on that?
Yeah, he would have to have a special move that is literally just him going from one end of the stage to the other.
No, legit.
Like the most cursed Greninja side special.
But if you use it wrong, like if you use it in the air when you're off the stage, you'll accidentally yeet yourself into the blast zone.
Yeah,
No,
Mr.
you go
Frog
around
Mr. Frog's the person that would do that.
No, you go around the blast zone to hit someone on the other side of the stage.
That would be freaking cancerous.
Like that Chuck Norris meme where he runs around the world to punch himself in the back of the head.
God.
Oh my god. There were just so many characters they could have added in.
We need a sequel to Chuck Norris versus Sega Sanshiro. We need a follow-up.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we got Nubia instead.
Yeah.
Nuba, yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, that's about it.
That's about it. I think
Yeah.
that.